Welcome to VIMP, the very important movie podcast with Sean, Darian, Jaden, and Eli. I'm Sean.
I'm Darian.
I'm Jaden.
And I'm Eli.
This is the world's first and only podcast that loves female characters and appreciates their complicated and nuanced stories. Recorded live from Hollywood, California, Charlotte, North Carolina, and a very echoey tunnel in Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome to our show. I feel bad. I feel real
Why?
bad about this one.
Why?
I feel bad that this beautiful movie was so misunderstood by my family.
That's the most man take you could have said.
I'm so curious.
I'm so curious too.
I'm curious to how much I'm gonna cook you in this.
I don't think you are.
Consider yourself cooked.
I consider myself the chef, and I will be doing the cooking.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be.
I don't think you can cook when it's a movie like this. I don't think you're allowed to.
You're gonna be chopped and unk by the time this episode's over.
Please stop.
I'll be making a serving of sauce, and you will be served.
That's giving.
What is it giving?
It's giving.
It's giving washed energy.
Okay, I can't.
Am I washed?
I'm gonna vom.
Oh no.
Did Adeline teach you this lingo?
I am only 24 years old, and I'm very up to date on popular culture and the nomenclature of my cohort, my age group.
What age do you think you are mentally?
Oh, 6 or 7 probably.
Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. 6 or 7.
Right. Fun. Like when you're talking about reading levels and doing math, probably 6 or 7.
Yeah. I mean, your reading is fine.
I'm right in the 2nd grade, I would say.
That's
mentally.
Interesting. You've read a lot of books. I don't understand how you haven't picked it up by now.
I'll get it one of these days.
Or did you listen to them?
Oh, I used to read them. I know how to read. Believe me, I know how to read. I just choose not to.
That's why you refuse to actually read a book. You have to listen to them now. You're like Leah Michelle. You have to have your lines read to you.
She can't read.
I'm like Marlon Brando. I like to think of myself as Marlon Brando, where I've just given up on trying, and I have to wear a little microphone in my ear with all my lines being read to me.
Wow.
And I will soon be morbidly obese.
He can do. Is he morbidly obese?
Marlon Brando?
Yeah. Wasn't he like super hot when he was younger?
He was, and then he became morbidly obese.
Wow. I didn't know that.
You guys got to see The Score and The Island of Dr. Moreau. The last couple movies, he was basically
I'm looking this
getting
up.
wheeled out on a cart. He lost his youthful vim and vigor in his later years.
You tend to... Whoa.
Yeah, he basically turned into the whale.
Oof. That sucks.
No, just in this, I think this was movie makeup. He looked very scary.
Is he all painted white, bald? Yeah, that's from The Island of Dr. Moreau, which is it's a fascinating movie. The story behind the making of the movie.
When he was young.
Oh yeah, he could get it back in the 50s and 60s. He got too popular and he didn't have to try anymore. But he became chopped and unk there at the end. So how's everybody doing? Everybody been keeping up on the news? I found this news article that I thought fit right into our Shrek 2 onion conversation. This guy in Houston sued Whataburger for leaving onions on his burger, and he is my new king. I love him.
Was he allergic though?
Well, he claims that he's allergic.
Okay, because I didn't see it say that in the article, and I was really confused.
It does say that in the article.
It does? It just says that It
says, according to the lawsuit, Wilson claims that he experienced an allergic reaction on July 24th, 2024, due to onions present in his meal after requesting no onions. And
Why is he requesting 250,000 and 1 million? Why isn't it just all together?
Well, it says between. Who can't read
I can't.
now? Would you like me to read it to you?
I didn't say I could read.
Oh, you just said I couldn't read. You should go to the Center for Ants.
Ants?
Who don't know how to read good. For children who don't read good.
Uncles.
I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about this guy other than he rules. And I wonder if he just gagging counts as being allergic. Because that's what would happen to me.
I feel like if you have an allergy, you should be checking your food.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
for
not saying they
sure.
shouldn't have like been careful about it, but it's a Whataburger. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Check your
mean,
fucking food, especially onions. Like, if it was like he was allergic to a spice or I don't know,
Mustard.
but like you don't notice there's onion in your burger.
Are they? I haven't been to Whataburger in a very long time. I wonder if they're little chopped onions or they're big rings. I wonder if they're hidden under the cheese or something.
Fucked up, calling him ugly.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't
had
know,
a
but regardless, if you're going to a burger place and you know you're allergic
Whataburger.
to onion,
I had
check the
a
I completely
burger.
agree. And I think that it's probably in your best interest to, like, even if it's not at a Whataburger, if it's at a restaurant, if your server or the chef doesn't say specifically when they're handing you your food and there's no onions in here, you should double check. Hey, there's no onions in here, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, servers have so many tables and sometimes, like, things get forgotten.
But this
And
guy's a crusader in the war against onions because this isn't the first time that he's done it. Because he sued Sonic Drive-In in 2023 for the same thing.
Yeah,
Did he
he's
win?
definitely just doing this on purpose.
Right, and he's rules, and I love him for it. I hope he wins millions of dollars, and he does it 5 or 6 more times, and they just get rid of onions completely because they can't afford the liability of getting sued by this guy.
Onions
that's
are
just
so good, and
insane.
I'm actually pissed that you made me think I
This,
didn't like them for so long.
I don't know.
This entire movement is being funded by a child.
Yeah, me,
I'm just saying.
6-year-old me.
I like cooked onions, but not raw onions.
I bought a pastry, it was a convenience store that had their own, they made their food in-house, and I bought this, like, pizza roll thing. I don't remember what it was. It was a very long time ago, but sort of like a chicken bake at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it out, jumped in my truck. It took a bite of it, and it was just chock full of giant hunks of onions.
Gross,
And I
dude.
just opened my door and threw up into the parking lot for like 5
No, you
minutes.
did not.
I did. I was just puking in the truck, like outside my
That's
door in the
so
parking lot in the middle of the
dramatic.
day. I was just.
When I like grilled, I like raw onion. Well, I like them specifically for things. Like I don't like raw onion on my burger.
I love
And I don't
caramelized
like
onion on a burger.
I don't
Oh,
really
it's
like
so
caramelized
good.
onion. When I go to In-N-Out, I get a whole grilled onion. So it's like a whole slice and then they grill it.
Mm.
And I like that. But when I'm making like guac, obviously, I put so much onion in it that it's like when you eat a raw onion, it's kind of like has like a horseradishy spice to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like so much of that when I have guac.
Jaden is actually the Grinch.
Yeah.
She loves
Yeah.
You are the
onions.
Grinch.
And
We already
Shrek.
know that you would eat your way out of an onion carriage.
They're so good. Have you seen onion boils? I want to try it so bad.
I have seen that. Not for me.
Oh, that sounds disgusting. Is that like a
It
skin
sounds
rash?
like it would
An
make me
onion
feel
boil?
like shit, but it looks good.
I would think I would rather eat a boil off someone's body than eat an actual onion.
It's like a
That's
seafood
insane.
boil, but instead of seafood, they use an onion. So it has like the seasonings of a seafood boil, but
My,
with onion.
And then you're just eating an
Damn.
onion.
She sounds good as fuck.
To just eat an
my
onion like that
worst
is
nightmare.
feels like
It's
a lot.
cooked though. It's not like raw.
When I
So
say
it-
cooked, I mean like cooked and in things. Like in spaghetti, it's fine. Or if it's well incorporated into a dish. I don't like big chunks of onion. I can do the caramelized onions on a burger. Raw onion is a hard no. Sometimes I can get away with it with guac. Like at Chipotle, they put red onion in their guac, and it's fine. I kind of just pick around it. But if I get one, it's not the end of the
that's
world.
crazy.
But I just don't. I just
You
don't
like
like it.
cilantro?
I hate cilantro.
So why do you eat the guac at Chipotle?
Because I
It's like
love
the only things in
avocados.
there. That's crazy. I pick around the cilantro when I go.
Oh, so you don't like cilantro either?
No.
Does
I
it taste
hate
like soap to you?
It just tastes like shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't have that where it tastes like soap, but sometimes it's too overpowering.
Really?
It's too much.
I talk about this a lot because I am a cilantro hater, but I find that most people love cilantro. Like, it's very rare that you meet someone that's cilantro neutral. It's either they
kinda cilantro
love it
neutral.
or they hate it.
I don't know if it tastes like soap to me or not. Like if it has a small amount, it's fine.
If it's a
But if
very
it
small amount.
but Chipotle always has so much that it's like I'll eat it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate when taco places mix their onion and the cilantro together.
Yeah.
I hate that.
True.
I love street style tacos, but then I don't like onions or cilantro, so every time I get them, it's like just the meat and the
Me too.
tortilla. And
Yes.
Kind
it's
of
like
crazy.
it's so insane.
But then I dump the red salsa all
Yes,
over it.
all the sauces and stuff.
Yes.
So
And
good.
lime.
Yes. But
Did you
yeah,
guys anybody get pranked for April Fool's Day?
no.
Our
Nor
entire
did I
city
prank.
got pranked
Was it
hardcore.
actually a prank?
Yes.
That's
I'm
So
fucked
sorry.
up.
our town sucks so much shit that for 10 years we've been trying to get a Trader Joe's to come to town. There's the whole what are they called? When a bunch of people sign something to make something happen.
Petition?
Petition.
Yes, a petition to get one to come. And then I found this out. Okay, so I was driving out of line to school, and there's a grocery store that shut down a couple weeks ago. And outside this grocery store, someone put a big old sign, printed it out, professionally made, that says Trader Joe's coming winter 2026 with a QR code, and it says scan to apply. And it went to Trader Joe's website and everything. And right next to it, there's construction happening. Like they're tearing up the parking lot. So I'm like, oh, this is obviously real. So I fell for it. I sent you guys a message saying, yay, we're getting a Trader Joe's. And then I go onto Reddit and I see somebody goes, hey, this is probably a practical joke. And then somebody else posted a link from last April Fool's onto Facebook. The city council of Idaho Falls, as a practical joke, knowing that everybody wants the Trader Joe's so bad, posted on their official city council website that there's a Trader Joe's coming to town.
That's fuck.
So it's a running joke in this town
That's
now that
crazy.
every April Fool's somebody's gonna. But I didn't know about any of this, so I fell for the sign.
Oh, they got your ass.
They did, and then it was torn down. Somebody ripped it down the next
You're not
day.
gonna get a Trader Joe's until everyone that actually has a Trader Joe's stops going. And it dies off. Which I feel like it's starting to die off a little bit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll get
Like
them
I
when
see so many posts of people being like, Trader Joe's is just a snack place. Like you shouldn't be getting food from there. Like and a lot of like they
Really?
got called out for how bad quality their meat is. There's
Yeah,
constantly
there's so many
recalls.
recalls.
Like I only go there for snacks.
I've
'Cause it's
never
cheap.
purchased meat there, actually.
No,
I
ever.
used to buy the
I've
frozen
purchased
stuff,
eggs.
like
They're
frozen
okay.
chicken and frozen fish.
You shouldn't.
I mean, I did 20 years ago. I haven't
Well, it was
recently.
probably better 20 years ago, but
Probably. I didn't know of their quality drop off.
I'm definitely afraid to order. I used to get like the chicken tikka masala frozen things.
yeah.
I'm too scared now.
Yeah, same.
But no pronks. You guys didn't do any pronks at all. You weren't pronked.
No. Oh, I did a little pronk. A little
What was your
tiny
pronk?
pronk.
What was your tiny pronk?
Hayden and I went out to dinner at this new place called Uchi. It's like a Japanese place. It was very good. I was very
Coochie?
impressed. Coochie. And we had like a nice little dinner. So it was a cute little date night, and we haven't done that in a long time. And the bill came, and the bill was like, it was like $180, and I told him it was like $350. And he was like, "Damn, what did we get?" Like he accepted it,
That's
and then I
insane.
was like, "April Fools." And he was like,
And you can't prank Hayden.
"Thank God."
He'll just do anything that you say.
Yeah.
Inside, he's going, "The goddamn
Yeah,
bill."
I was gonna say
Shit,
inside,
fuck.
I knew he was sweating. He said okay, but I knew inside he was tripping. So
Imagine he just flips the table over and storms off.
yeah, no, but he didn't prank me. I didn't get pranked at all. Jaden, did you?
No, I avoid any interactions with people around that time.
Can't trust anyone.
My go-to prank whenever I'm home on April Fool's is to wake Adeline up and tell her that we're really late and she's already missed like an hour of school.
Did
But
she fall for it?
I forgot to do it this time.
I'd be really happy. if you said that.
Like, we gotta go get up.
Hell
Hurry, we gotta go.
yeah.
We're late. We're late. Come on, get up.
No, that would piss me off. Because she did have school that day, right?
She did.
Yeah.
But,
So now
she
you're
did.
waking me up in a rush, pissing me off.
She was so mad when I picked her up from school and had to tell her that the Trader Joe's thing was a prank.
Really?
She was
Aw.
so upset. Yes.
No. I didn't know she liked Trader Joe's like that.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
she was excited.
literally,
So
when she came here, we were like, okay, let's make a list of all the things that we want to do. The first thing she put was Trader Joe's. Like,
Being a
okay.
kid is different.
she loves snacks.
I
Just
also
been
love
called the snack
snacks.
store.
Snack queen. Did she have a good Easter?
Yeah, we took her.
What was that demon-looking thing in her Easter basket?
Oh, it's a 3D printed hairless cat. Yeah, I was quite surprised because I had to go pick everything up from your mother and set it all up.
I was quite
Because
surprised.
I brought it over last night and I'm like, what is this? You should make that the
Oh,
album art. The episode art should just be that picture.
Picture of the demon cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Really freaked my mom out too.
Oh, you said it did really freak her out?
Yeah. She's like, what is this?
That's funny.
No, but she got to do 2 separate Easter egg hunts and had a good
Nice.
time.
Cool.
We went to a farm, not an
Okay.
Easter farm, just somebody has a farm.
Mm-hmm.
And Easter was had at this farm.
That sounds nice.
It was really nice. It snowed on Thursday night and Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. And then yesterday it was like 65, 70 degrees all day. So it's sunny.
Wow. It's definitely getting warm here. It's been so pretty. Everything's blooming. The pollen has been insane. Like, absolutely insane. Your car will be green in the morning, just covered in pollen. But it's so pretty, all the flowers. And the trees are starting to get their leaves back. Everything's so green.
The humid times are coming for you.
Yeah, but honestly, it's not that bad. Like, it's not nearly as bad as South Carolina. I swear, once you cross the border into South Carolina, it's like instantly 10 times as humid.
It's only 5 miles away from you.
I know, but I'm telling you, there's something to that. Because it doesn't bother me here. But if we go visit, like, Hayden's dad, he lives like an hour south of us, to be fair. Oh my God. It's like unbearable. And then if we ever go to Charleston in the summer, unbearable. But here it's not bad.
I've found that now that I'm in the South and pretty much anywhere west of the Rockies is a humid nightmare, that I'm a lot more used to it than I was the first time I've ever experienced it.
Yeah.
When you go directly from Phoenix to humidity, it's a nightmare, but you
Yeah.
do get used to it.
I think because I went from Phoenix to California, and California is not humid, but it's more humid than Phoenix.
Rocky Point, that's a humid place. Mexico, by the
Oh.
ocean.
We used to go there all the time for like spring break and stuff, which is insane.
You just get a little murder. Just a little bit of murder. All right, should we talk about this movie? I'm very excited to find out
Yeah.
why
Yeah, we should probably talk about it.
Jaden loves it so much, because it's kind of a piece of shit. So I'm curious as why she picked it and why she loves it so much and why it's her favorite movie.
I just couldn't help but find the good in it.
It's good. Well, I picked Men because this is A24 month, and I wanted to pick one that was a little less known, but would be fun to talk about because I correctly predicted that it would be polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 2022 directed, written by Alex Garland, who has made other good movies that I like very much. Has anyone seen any of his other movies? Besides, I know Eli's seen Warfare, but has anyone seen Ex Machina or
No.
Annihilation?
No.
No, but I know of his movies.
Civil War. He did Civil War.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
And he wrote 28 Days Later and 28 Years Later.
Okay.
And 28 years later, The Bone Temple. It stars Jessie Buckley, we all very much enjoy her. Well, except Darian, she hasn't seen Hamnet yet.
She's never gonna see it. Let's
I
be
know.
honest.
That's
She's
not
never going to be
true.
able to.
That's not
She's never going to
true.
be able to mediate our argument, but she can mediate this one. and Rory Kinnear as everyone else except for Papa Esidu as Jesse Buckley's character's husband, and Gail Rankin is briefly in it as Harper's friend, who she talks to on the phone. We're gonna try a new little thing. We're gonna not do trivia about movies we've done before because nobody likes that. And I'm just gonna say a few fun facts about what happened the day this movie came out. Just a couple. Just something to talk about.
Just the fun ones.
Just the fun ones. Came out on May 2nd, 2022, and that was right when COVID was happening, so pretty much everything in the news is about COVID, which is boring and stupid, and no one gives a shit. But
Perfect.
the top movies at the box office, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was number 1, which is an okay movie, but not spectacularly good. The second Downton Abbey movie, or maybe the first one, I think it's the second one though, A New Era, which I have not seen. And The Bad Guys, which is pretty good. Anyone seen that one? Anyone watch that shit?
Have I?
No, that's the animated one, right?
Yeah.
No.
That movie makes no sense to me because they're animals who do crimes, but
Mhm.
everybody else in the movie are humans.
Okay.
So it's sort of like Zootopia, but then
Yeah, I was
everyone
gonna
else is
say, it
humans.
looks like Zootopia.
Yeah, but it's only these 5 dudes are animals, but they live in the world of humans, but they're criminals. It's
Mhm.
very strange. I don't understand it.
Don't
And
really
then
make anything a child's movie. I saw something. It was a poster for it at the movie theater, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
well, the second one just came out not too long ago.
Was it
No.
Hoppers?
It
No.
wasn't. Well, Bad Guys 2 came out not
Hoppers
too
looked
long
kind
ago.
of fun. It was like,
Hoppers was good, actually.
Is it just Avatar? That's what I heard.
Huh? I mean,
A little
was it
bit.
just Avatar? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
it is a little, but
The pout fish. What the hell is
oh
that?
yeah.
Oh, that sounds like some Christian shit.
That sounds like some actual baby stuff.
I'm like, do we need to do this? Did it need to go into the theater? I don't know.
This could have been a Netflix original.
This could have been an email.
Didn't need to be a meeting or a movie.
No.
Men was number 4 at the box office on its opening weekend, so that's pretty nice for that movie. And then Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I don't think I've seen.
Guys, much better than this movie. Not gonna lie
It
to you.
being behind that kid's movie is kind of insane.
Well, it was probably it had made $178 million. It wasn't the opening weekend for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It had probably been out for a while.
I was
It's
talking
still
about
number 5.
the bandit animals.
Bandit Animals. That sounds like a straight to DVD ripoff of Bad Guys.
Yeah, Bad Guys.
The number 1 songs are, I don't think I've heard any of them, but First Class by Jack Harlow, Wait for You with Drake and Thames. Never heard of
Trash.
that. As It Was, Harry Styles.
It's a
Gas.
good song.
That one's okay. I've heard that one. Moscow Mule by Bad Bunny.
Haven't heard that one.
Probably
Titi Mi
haven't.
Pregunto
Probably
by
good.
I've
Bad
heard that one.
Bunny.
Gas.
Okay, Bad Bunny.
Disputes.
Bad Bunny
He
was
was
slaying.
popping off in
Yeah.
2022.
About Damn Time by Lizzo. And then Mi Porta Bonita by Bad Bunny. He had four songs in the top 10.
Yeah, I think his album had just come out.
That's crazy. Oh, did anybody find any good reviews? We're going to each pick a letterbox review for the movie we're doing.
Let's go first.
Can I go first?
Jaden, it was. Oh, you can go first.
Typical men.
Truly.
I was just asking because everyone just wasn't saying anything. So
Go ahead.
this one just made me laugh because it's one word review and it literally just says back ussy. That's it.
What's it
Says
say?
what?
Back ussy.
Back ussy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Back Ussy. Who's that by? Tell us who it was.
Some person named Etrania77 gave it 4 stars and they liked it.
Okay.
It's got that Back Ussy. Okay,
Jaden
my
Burnett.
review
Okay.
is by.
Typical
Oh,
men.
sorry. You go ahead. I think the men should go first. I mean, it's only right.
I love this.
Torbo gives it 4.5 stars. and says, "Emotional manipulation in the city, gaslighting in the country. Absolutely love this dreamy little rural tale of a woman seemingly under assault by the very concept of toxic masculinity. There are horror beats in this that are so viscerally shocking and inconceivably brutal. People are going to be talking about them for decades to come."
Okay.
I agree with the sentiment, but that was I don't think people are going to be talking about this for decades to come.
Okay, I'm gonna go. This review is from Olivia Craighead. It's a crazy last name. Not gonna lie.
Sounds British as fuck.
Okay, it says, this movie finally answers the question: what happens when a man reads 9 or 10 Me Too tweets and feels like he gets the gist?
Mm.
I saw that one.
Okay. I have 2. I just have to read 2. Okay, this one's from Wes. 2.5 stars. This was so scary. I'm glad British people aren't real. Me too. Me too.
Facts.
And then Dakota Joaquin says 1.5 stars. Alex Garland is the kind of guy to ask where his hug is at.
How many
That
stars?
was one of the ones I saved too.
Where my hug at? It was 1.5 stars.
Well, all
Where
right.
my hug at?
I think that kind of gives an indication of what everybody thinks about this. So let's get into it. It starts off not in media res because it is before everything. So it's really chronological. And it's Harper. That's her name, right? We do a lot of movies with Harpers, it seems like. She is walking through her apartment. She's got a little blood coming out of her nose. And it's playing some Elton John. And she sees some dude slow motion falling from a higher height than she's at, looking at her falling.
Wait, sorry. Can I say something real quick?
Please.
Of course.
When I first saw this is my first note that I took for this movie. I put it's raining men, hallelujah, like the song. And then
Nice.
in parentheses I put horrible joke now. It's a horrible joke.
Well, not to spoil anything, but he's a real piece of shit, so.
True. It's raining toxic men.
Okay. Well, I just want to peel this Band-Aid off right now, and then we'll talk about the movie.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Jaden, by the Letterboxd review that you read, I get a sense now of why you don't like this movie. Does that kind of sum up why you don't like it?
Am I muted? Yeah.
Yeah. So you just think that it's an insincere attempt by a male writer director to what?
I just feel like it felt very performative.
Okay.
And like, I don't know, like he was giving, I'm not like the other guys. Like I'm different. I'm a good guy, And it just felt like, I don't know if he was like thinking that women are just fucking stupid, like toddlers, that he needed to shove these metaphors in our face so blatantly, or what. I don't know, but it was just insane. The fact that every single thing that he put in there was so like obvious. Like there's nothing to think about. It was just like, okay, no shit. Like, wow, you really did something there by making all the men have the same fucking face. Like, wow, you really cooked with that one.
All
And it
right.
was just like everything just felt so shallow, and I don't know, like, and I'm not even gonna talk about the end yet, but like it was kind of just insane.
I get that, and that does make sense. But do you not give him any credit for making a movie about that?
No.
Even though it's obvious?
Why what was the purpose?
This is like, hold on, let me cut in real quick. Sorry, I just need to be a typical man. I just think it's really funny how I feel like it's comparable to when a woman is a good mother, it's because it's her job, but when a man does it, he's supposed to get praised for it. That's kind of what I'm thinking about when it comes to this, because it's like, yeah, you could make the story as much as you want about how women struggle, and then you want to try and get some credit for being like, yeah, I understand women and women go through shit, but it's at the same time like, you don't have to get credit. You just have to understand and kind of be quiet about it and try and make a difference instead of making, a $10 million movie that just, like Jaden said, just highlights sections and makes people think that you actually care.
I just feel like it kind of pisses me off that like going through the reviews and stuff, so many men gave it 4 stars or 5 stars even, and had these long reviews of just like how deep it was and thought provoking. And it's like women have been saying these things for years and been getting shit on for saying these things and said that we're sexist or whatever, but when a man shoves it in your face in a movie and wants to make it artsy, suddenly it's amazing. And
Well,
it's just like,
I do
okay.
get I totally understand and agree with what you're saying, but on the other hand, isn't it a good thing to try to get that point through to the people who need to be hearing it the most, even if
No,
they
because I
well,
don't think that defeats the purpose. Why are they only listening to it when another man is saying it? Why they need to do some inner work and understand that you shouldn't only be listening to it because a man is saying it.
no, I get
Saying it
that,
badly at
but
that, like
but
very badly.
what if that's the spark to get them to
But it's not, because then it's still there. It's still like that's the point that men aren't getting, is that misogyny and the patriarchy isn't as obvious as this movie is making it seem. It's in the subtle things that men aren't realizing or listening to or seeing because they didn't grow up having to notice those things.
but
And you're still missing it.
how else are they going to learn it
By
unless
listening to the women that are telling them every single day instead of watching this shitty art house wannabe movie that's garbage. Like why does this have to be the way? If this is the only way you can listen, then that you're not doing it right. Like it's fake.
well, it might not be the only way.
And if you're getting your knowledge from this movie, this is a shit movie. They're not telling it in the right way, and it's giving nothing. Like all I got from this movie is that he thinks all men are the same and they're gross. Like no fucking shit. What else? What else do you have? What else can you say?
It's giving like when men have a profound thought at 40
Yeah.
and they tell you and it's like, okay, I had that thought in 7th grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
All
And
right,
it's just so tired and gross. It's just and like why did you just make a whole movie? You couldn't make the one movie you could make about women and it has to be her just being fucking tortured and stalked by creepy men. Like I didn't want to spend my time watching that. And she
I'm living that, babe.
like I don't why? It literally didn't do anything for me. This movie wasn't made for women or to benefit women. It was made for men to be able to watch women be tortured, I think. It's
And
gross.
to maybe like give them some self gratification, like, well, I'm not as bad as those
Yeah.
guys. I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
yeah, that's valid. Those are all valid points.
And it's just insane to me, and I'm bringing it back again, that you gave this 4 stars
Here we go.
and Hamnet got less.
Isn't
You're
Hamnet okay?
never, ever, ever gonna beat the allegations, because what the fuck?
Hamnet is the exact same thing.
No, it's not.
It's
That is
a movie about
insane.
a woman being tortured by a man for an entire movie, and you loved it. The same
No.
yeah.
No. In
Everything
that movie, she was a strong woman who did what the fuck she needed to do because a man was not doing what he was supposed to be doing. It wasn't literally creepy men in the same fucking face, bad CGI, by the way.
well, the
Horrible,
little kid
horrible
was, yeah.
CGI.
Yeah.
Just being fucking weird and creepy and unsettling, and then whatever the fuck was happening at the end. This is not the same movie. And if it was the same movie, then why didn't you give it the same rating?
Also, something that kind of pissed me off about this movie, we can get into it more later, I guess, but like, why did they make her dumb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, when her friend, like, all of this stuff has happened, her friend's like, do you want me to come there? First of all, if it were me, I'd be gone. Second, I see that naked man hanging around my door, I'm out of here. But like, her friend was like, do you want me to come? Like, it's a 3-hour drive. Like, I'll come, like, truly. And she's like, no, no, no. Come on.
And why, when she was on, or she knew the guy was outside and she saw the door open, she just stared at it for like a solid minute.
Also,
And
maybe
not
this
until
is
he
just
poked his hand around was she like, maybe I should close the door.
also, maybe this is just me, but I would never go for a walk by myself through the woods. Ever.
Exactly. Like this movie is exactly what happens when a woman's story is told by a man, because we would never be like, la di da di da, I'm
Let
just
me sing into
delusional
this
walking through
big
a
old
forest. Like, what the
let me
fuck do you
share my
think we're
location through
what?
this fucking tunnel for 10 minutes. Like, I was
The
just like,
Yeah.
point
"Why
is
would you
that
do that?"
like we don't have the privilege to be able to go do those things, and it's not like we're doing those things and then we stumble across a creepy man. No, we're literally just walking to work, and then there's a creepy man. Like, it doesn't, none of it makes any sense because it's not something a woman would do. So it doesn't resonate at all.
Well, there's a reading of this movie that it's all in her imagination because of the traumatic event that
Oh,
happened
of
with her
course it
husband.
is.
That it's the entire thing is an allegory and it's not actually happening. I don't know if that's true or not. Or I'm not saying that's true. I'm saying that's a reading that could be read
Mhm.
into. That
Interesting.
it's that they
So now she's
are
crazy. Just kidding.
Yeah.
no, the things are happening, but they're not happening in the way that we're seeing them, where she is getting harassed by a guy, but it's because it's never brought up that it's all the same guy. That's just a metaphor that all men are the same. But she is getting harassed, and there are these people, and there's a crazy guy in the woods, but he's not a green guy with shit coming out of his green shit growing out of his body.
Do they think that that's just how women imagine men? Just as little monsters
Well,
coming
no,
around, fucking human nesting dolls?
the there's
Yeah, we need to
the
talk about
reading
that.
of the green guy is the green man is a legend going back thousands of years. Apparently, I learned this when I was doing research on the movie. Is he's sort of the embodiment of that men have been like this going back to the dawn of creation, which is where her eating the apple at the very beginning, because Eve ate the apple and then was blamed for eating the apple, even though I mean I get what you're saying, that it's all very superficial, and a man read a tweet about misogyny and then wrote a movie about it. I get that. But I do feel like it's a sincere attempt on his end to address these issues.
But it just feels entitled to feel like you're knowledgeable enough to feel like you can make a story about women in this
To
topic
me,
when you don't know shit, and you probably didn't, like, ask a woman. I guarantee you there was no women that were, like, actually putting their input in and felt heard when this movie was being made. I guarantee you.
Well, Jessie Buckley did in the interview. She said that it was a pretty collaborative thing and
I doubt
was
it.
very happy to be working on this movie and really liked it.
yeah.
So,
I mean, in my opinion, personally, like it doesn't bother me that a man made this movie, and it doesn't bother me that like he attempted like for all I know it was a good attempt by him to like try. I just don't think it was executed the best way, but I don't like give him shit for trying cuz like you're right. I think it's more than a lot of men would do. A lot of men just don't give a shit at all.
But I don't think
So,
we should be praising men because they're doing the bare minimum
I'm not
and
praising. I'm just
doing
saying it doesn't bother
worse than the
me.
bare but it does. It bothers me though, because like, why do you feel like you have the right to make this movie? You don't.
I
You
mean,
don't get to tell women's stories in a bad way and then get praised for it. That's fucking crazy to me, and
yeah,
it
I mean,
actually
I
pisses
think
me off.
it's I don't know. I think it's like it's one thing to say like you don't deserve to be like praised and people kiss your feet and think you're like a genius because you are speaking on women's topics, but I think it's kind of silly to say like certain people don't get to speak on other people's stories because I just think like that's not how things get done. That's not how people are productive or how people learn. I think like different kinds of people speaking on different stories and like trying to understand like there is something to that. Like I think it's good for people to try to understand and like if he really is coming from a good place, like I don't want to shit on someone for trying to understand women. I don't
Right,
think you
but
deserve to be like
instead of making this movie and directing this movie, this shitty fucking movie, he could have produced a movie by a unknown female director who was making a better version of this movie. He could have done that. If he really cared and really wanted this message to be out there, he could have done that, but he didn't. He had to make his own movie from his perspective,
I mean, I think it's okay to like
acting
want to
like he
be
cares.
successful in your life too and like want to do your own thing.
Then make a
I don't
different
know.
movie.
Yeah, sure. I don't
You
know.
don't get
I
to
think
pretend like you care, because if you really cared, you wouldn't do it in this way.
yeah.
Make a
One of
different
the
movie.
things that he says in an interview a few months after the movie came out, because he was kind of not saying a lot of things, but he did say that this motivation for making this was an acknowledgement and reckoning with the thoughts that men think of in their own head, but don't act upon them. But they're there, and you have to deal with that as a person, and whether you follow through with these kinds of things or you don't, but they're there, and when these thoughts happen, that doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. It's what
What
you
thought?
do bad. He didn't say the specific things. I don't know what he was specifically talking
Standing
about.
naked in women's
Just
yards.
being a piece of shit.
That's
Like,
When you
that's
feel like
what
standing
men
naked in a
think.
woman's
yeah, the
yard,
reckoning with that all men have
So
misogynistic and shitty
basically
urges.
so basically he's, like, feeling really guilty about his horrible thoughts that he has about women, so he's like, "To make myself feel better, I'm gonna make this movie and pretend like I actually care, when really I'm just doing it for myself."
Well,
Projection.
And
I don't
making
know.
women feel making women feel uncomfortable while he's at it. 'Cause that's crazy.
I
That
suppose
actually just
that's
made
one
it
way of
worse.
looking at it.
I think it's
I
hard to know when it's like I don't know him. I don't know his intentions. I don't know his thoughts. I don't know what his reasoning is behind making this movie. So, you know, it's hard to say. I don't want to say like he's just like this piece of shit and how dare he or whatever, but like I don't know. I'd have to do more research on that. But I just thought this movie was fucking boring, personally.
okay. Well,
But
Think
look, okay.
one thing I'll say is the cinematography of this movie was great. I did
Yeah,
enjoy it visually,
I
but
agree.
I was very bored a lot of the time.
Okay, I have another example of a similar. So, The Shining is a movie
It is.
about a bad guy, a bad man being essentially doing the same shit to his wife and kid. And that was a
Mhm.
man wrote that book, and a different man directed it. And
I don't
do
think
you
it was
You know
the
what's
same story at
interesting?
all.
Is The
it's
Shining
similar
also
themes.
bored me.
The what?
I also found The Shining to be boring. Maybe I just am bored of this topic. It just to me, it's just like, yeah, okay.
Scary male slasher.
This also could have been an email.
I think that The Shining I don't know how The Shining is the same because there's a bad man. Like, lots of movies have bad men. That doesn't mean it's a bad movie. I'm just saying, like, the obvious. I just feel like he's trying to portray it as like this is like a deep thought that he's like, oh my god, I get it. I finally get it. Like, I'm with you, women. I'm with you.
I
We're
don't know.
we're
I think
we're
that's
here
being a
together.
I
And
think
he's trying to.
you're
No,
reading
I'm
that
not.
as an intent into it. I
He
don't think that
literally
that's
made every single man have the same fucking face. That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. And it almost feels like it almost feels offensive. Like he's trying to make fun of us because we say that. That's how bad it was and how bad it like came across because women say that all the time. All men are the same. That's like something that we say because you are. But like the way he did it, it felt like
Backhanded.
offensive, like backhanded. It was just like, what are you trying what is happening right now? And on top of that, the CGI being so bad, it's like you didn't even put any thought into it. You didn't even put effort into it. It was so fucking bad. It was like Renesmee levels bad
only
It really
only the
was
little kid. All the
Renesmee.
other ones look pretty good.
because there wasn't CGI.
That's true. It was bad. I do agree that was bad CGI.
It
It,
Like,
w-
was
it was a
what?
different time.
It
That was
wasn't though.
3 years ago.
It was 4 years ago.
Like,
Okay.
I don't understand how you could think how this is a good movie. Like, how you gave this 4 stars is beyond me, and I genuinely feel like like, subconsciously, you're like, "I have to give this 4 stars because it has this specific message," and it's just like, was not a good movie. Nothing fucking happened.
I feel like
It
there
he
is
just
Truly.
didn't
value in anybody putting out any sort of message that men being pieces of shit is bad.
I
Whether
don't think that that's true,
however
though.
ham-fisted it is or whatever insincere you think it may or may not be, I think he's sincerely doing it coming from a place of sincerity and trying
Even if
to.
he did do it sincerely, he did it in a bad way, and it came across very, like, just low quality, try hard, pretentious, especially, like, the end. It just got so much worse at the end.
The
Anything
end
that he
pissed
was
me off.
trying to do in the beginning half, any good thing you can think of that had happened in the beginning half was completely just bulldozed by the end.
Well, let's just quickly go through the plot so we can get to the end, so we can talk about that.
Just get to the end so we can just
Talk
talk
about
shit
the
about
end.
it more.
You just done pissed off Sean.
No, no, no. I
broke his
get where you're
heart.
coming from. I feel like there's somewhere we can meet in the middle here.
I
So
just
basically, the plot of this movie is Jessie Buckley's character is taking a break from her husband dying to get away from it all. So she rents a cottage out in the countryside. So she drives out there. It's a pretty nice house. It's like an old cottage mansion type thing. I think it was a cottage and they built it up into a bigger house.
Yeah.
And we got the landlord, the guy who owns the house, is basically showing her around, but she picks up an apple that had fallen in the yard, and takes a bite of it and takes it inside. And the landlord dude is played by Rory Kinnear, who is every guy in this entire movie. What Jaden talking about is it's his face. He's playing every single male character, except for the husband. And he's being pretty weird, but not nearly as weird as everybody else ends up being. He's the least weird out of all of them, even though he's weird.
And British.
And British. Good thing they don't exist.
Yeah.
And he's points out that the village is just right over there and that she can just walk over. So she goes on a walk. And I do feel like I know women who would go on a walk, a little nature hike by themselves out into the forest.
That's crazy.
I don't think that is untrue.
I'm not
Right,
saying
but
that there aren't women that do it. I'm just saying, like, I don't think the average woman would do it.
no, and especially, like, literally, any woman that went into that house would have clocked immediately that that guy was weird,
Mm.
and she wouldn't have done that. And then she wouldn't have continued to, like, when she saw the guy running after her, she wouldn't have stopped, like, at any
No.
point, and she
And she
stopped
just
so
kind of,
many
like,
times.
walked quickly. She was like, quickly.
Yeah.
I would have turned around and bolted.
And then when she saw the naked guy, she didn't immediately
she
run
just
away,
again, bolted. That's
like,
insane.
didn't lock her door, didn't do any she fucking called her like, what? None of this is realistic.
survival instincts of a fart.
Well, I think that lends credence to that we're being presented it as something different than what is in reality happening. That it's probably just in reality is just a homeless dude or just like a guy, not a naked green guy. That the cops came and it was just a guy walking around being weird.
Well, I hate that too, because then that's just saying, like, that women are paranoid. We're not
Yeah, she's either
paranoid.
paranoid or she's stupid.
If a homeless guy followed you home, that's not being paranoid. It's the appropriate
But you're saying
response.
it didn't really happen.
No, that it happened. It just wasn't a green guy.
Oh.
But
Just
what difference does
this
that
wasn't a
make?
naked green guy. It was just a weird looking dude from the neighborhood or whatever.
Right,
That
but
was still
still, a
naked.
woman would have ran the other way. Like, that doesn't change what we said.
I'm saying he's probably not naked. It was just a guy.
I
I
think
don't
he was naked.
I don't see that's what is annoying me though, is because, like, there was a very obvious direction that he was trying to go and something he was trying to get across, and you're, like, grasping for straws trying to be like, well, maybe, like, maybe it meant this or maybe it meant that. But for every single movie we have done, your, like, main thing you say is, I don't think this movie did what it was trying to do.
But
And
what
that's why
else do you want me to say for this
that's why you've
podcast?
given every movie, like, bad reviews, like Stepmom, like Hamnet, like, you keep saying that, but then when it comes to this movie that we obviously don't like and we're giving great points, you're like, "Well, maybe it meant this," or "I saw that."
I'm just
Maybe
playing devil's advocate about a
but,
different
like,
point of view. I'm
why?
not saying that's the way it is.
No, I get that, but it's like, that's why I'm saying you're never gonna beat the allegations. That's what I'm
I
saying.
have escaped the allegations. I've never been in
No,
the allegations. These are allegations from you and you alone.
the allegations are gonna keep coming.
Bring 'em on. I don't care. I'm Teflon. They slide right off my ass. I'm a greased up green guy. These allegations don't touch me.
These allegations are knives. They're gonna stab you.
Cut my hand, split my hand down the middle, and let me pop a baby out of it,
Jesus.
of myself. I'm only trying to say that there's a way of looking at it that isn't so negative, is all I'm saying.
But you never have that energy when it comes to Stepmom or Hamnet or whatever the other movie is that you say suck shit.
I did not say Hamnet sucked shit. I gave it. I said that
Let's put the
there's.
clip in here.
Insert the
But
clip.
I actually was when I was making the letterbox the other day, and I was listening to all the episodes, every single episode for part of it, specifically the reviews. You know how many times you said our movies suck shit? Literally that exact phrase. I think for
We had to
Stepmom, you said
retire
it
that
like
phrase.
in Stepmom, we literally had to tell you stop saying that because
Well,
you're
I
saying
didn't
it too many
say that. I
times.
just said I didn't say that about Hamnet, is all I'm saying. I'm not denying that I said it about other movies, but I didn't say that about Hamnet.
I
I
just
thought
think it's
Hamnet was good.
interesting. I just think it's interesting that you have this devil's advocate bullshit whenever it's a movie like this made
I'm
by a
doing
man
devil's
versus
advocate
a movie
against.
that you say is basically the same story, but it's made by a woman. So if it's
I'm
the same
doing
story, then why are
that.
you giving it different reviews?
I'm playing devil's advocate because we're doing a podcast about it. So we
Right,
can
but
have
like
different
you
points
can
of
play
view to have
devil's
something to talk
advocate. You
about.
haven't said one time that you're like, you know what? Yeah, this movie does kind of suck shit.
Well, okay. So the first time I watched it, I don't know, maybe
And
about.
your review on the first time was like, I actually like this. And your second review was, it gets better the second time.
Well, I thought it did. I thought I watched it for the second time and I thought it was better.
But
I
you
thought
liked it the first time, and then you thought it got even better than liking it in the second time? Like,
the
that's
first the
insane.
first time the review I gave it the first time, the score was what, 3.5?
Yeah,
And which is the exact same score I gave Hamnet.
right. And then you watched it again and were like, actually, they cooked.
Maybe
This
I'll
is
watch.
getting
Well,
more.
maybe watch
I-
Hamnet again.
Maybe I'll watch Hamnet again. I'll like it up to a 4.
It shouldn't be equal, though. Like, that's crazy.
I'm saying they have similar themes.
You think
About-
everything has a similar theme when you're trying to grasp at straws, like,
Sure.
genuinely.
I am
Because
grasping
you
at
think
straws.
this has similar themes to The Shining. That's
I do.
delusional.
It's about a woman
I don't
being
think it's delusional.
oppressed by a man and gaslighting her and being crazy, and a woman being tormented by her male abuser.
But they weren't trying to do what this movie was trying to do.
In The
That's the
Shining?
difference. Yeah.
What do you think they're doing in The Shining?
In The Shining, it's the way I perceive it as a woman is just like, I don't know, it's just like a classic horror movie, and the husband goes crazy, kind of the same as like Amityville Horror or something like that. He just goes crazy, and he's a piece of shit and whatever, and he just starts trying to kill his children.
Yeah.
They're not trying to like have these little metaphors in there for like
They are. The Shining is
feminism.
chock full of metaphors because that's why it shows him at the end when it zooms in on the picture and it has Jack there, because it's saying that the evil that men do has been there for years and years
Well,
and
then they
years.
did a better job. And they
Of
also
course
didn't
they
have
did. The Shining is much better than this movie. Of course it is. I'm not trying to compare quality wise. I'm saying just it's touching on similar themes where
But that's my point, is like this movie did such a bad job that it's so like obviously bad, and I
Well,
don't understand how you could give it 4 stars.
you're also changing my mind, okay? I am agreeing with you. I'm just trying to give
But
you
how
my
could
point of
you,
view.
as the critic, like, the biggest critic of all of us, how did you think that this was a good movie when you watched
Well,
it? Twice.
when I watched it the second time, I was focusing more on the cinematography, and other than the bad CGI, which I I agree with you, is very bad. The face masking thing, it looked like shit, 100%. But as far as everything else goes, I thought it built up some tension. I thought it did pretty good horror movie stuff of creating a cool vibe, and the performances were good. But the more that you're talking about it, I'm knocking it down on its themes. So I will probably revise my score at the end of this from
I just
it'll be
feel like
less.
I
I don't
just
think
feel
it's a
like
piece of crap, though. I don't think it's like
but
shit.
it is though. It's like I saw so many reviews that were like, this movie should be a parody of A24 movies, but it's not. Like it it did such a bad job, and it was acting like it was this like deep thought thought out movie when really it was like
Well,
the most
maybe I'm just a
shallow
dumb
thing I've ever
shit, and I
seen.
fell for it. So I'm sorry.
And I just don't understand how you watch thousands of movies a year.
I guess
How did you fall for it? That's what I'm saying is like you don't that's what I'm saying that's your misogyny is subconscious and you're not understanding that you have it, and this is proving that.
I don't think it's misogyny.
It is.
I think that it is okay, I'm now taking your point that it is sort of ham-fisted, doing a bad job of it, so I agree with you. But I do think that he's doing it in a sincere way and trying to
Men can be misogynistic but think that they're not. They can still be sincere about how they feel and still be misogynistic.
but I think that he's trying to address misogyny and bring it to light, and maybe he isn't the one who should be doing it, but I don't think he's doing it out of a negative. I think he's trying to make a I think the intent of this movie and his intent is to make a change for the positive and lessen overall misogyny by making shitty men aware of how they're behaving. So I'm giving him credit for that. I'm not like kissing his ass and giving him his flowers or whatever. I'm saying he's coming from his point of view and where he's coming from. His intent is good. Whether or not that's the end result or whatever, or if he's the one who should be doing it, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But I don't think he's doing it as a mockery. Or I'll take your word. I agree with you that maybe that he probably should have produced it and had a female director make it and rewrite it and change the point of view and make it better. I agree.
I
So I'm
just
not.
think that there's a lot of movies made by women that have similar things to this where like classic all men are bad, all men are the same where they say like things like that throughout the movie and people shit on them like crazy because they're cringe and they're like just like it's overdone. That's what people say. And it's like but then when it's a movie like this, suddenly it's deep and it's thought provoking and it's a masterpiece or whatever it
Well, I
is.
don't
It's
think
like,
it's a
well,
masterpiece.
I'm
I don't
not
even think.
saying you. I'm
Yeah,
saying other men, and I feel like you kind of go like jump on that bandwagon subconsciously because it's a very film bro movie because
sure.
it's artsy and it's that type of movie and it's just like it I that's what I'm saying when it's like a subconscious misogynistic take and you're not realizing it, but it is. Because if a woman made a movie like this, it would get shit on so bad. And I mean, this movie is getting shit on so bad, but it's not
Right.
getting shit on by men, is what I'm saying. Mostly.
I see a lot of people shitting on it. I thought I was doing a contrarian view. I thought the people who were shitting on it because it was for the same reasons they would shit on it for a woman shitting on it. Not from your angle of you. The points you're bringing up is not what I didn't read a whole bunch of reviews. I just assumed the bad reviews were people shitting on it for the same reason they would shit on a woman doing it because it's saying that it's a, a movie about how men are bad and that's stupid. I didn't look into what you're saying right now of the reason why people were shitting on it. It's probably getting shit on from both ends, actually. There's probably people who are saying, fuck this fucking woke movie. All men aren't like that. And then there's people with your point of view. That's probably why its
I
overall
haven't
reviews are
seen
so
a
low.
single review that was like, all men aren't like that. Not a single one.
Really?
No.
I'm just
And I read a
speculating.
shit ton of
Did
reviews.
you? Okay.
Yeah. Because I was shocked by this movie, actually.
All right. Well, I mean, it is making for an interesting conversation, and that was the point of it. I don't know. I guess I'm stupid, so
You dumb idiot.
I'm a dumb idiot. I was looking at it from the point of view of, oh, this movie is calling out, how shitty men are,
Yeah.
in a creative way. That was as deep as I was thinking about it. I wasn't taking what you were saying into account,
But
and I
what's
took
creative about it though?
The
just the
cinematography, I feel like
cinematography, the creative filmmaking, the way that other than the shitty CGI, but how they did the makeup to make the same guy. I just thought it was
mm,
cool and creative and weird and surreal, and I like that shit. So that worked on me.
it is yeah, I think it is a little annoying how good, like, the cinematography was, the music was incredible
So
because
annoying.
it, like, kind of mixes in with, like, the screams and with, like, what's going on, and it's like, I don't know, they did a really good job putting, like, all of that together, but I do agree with Jaden. Even though it is so pretty and it's so good and it sounds good and it looks good, no matter what, it still has like a shitty root to it, in my opinion. And I think that's also because I just been around Jaden so much and she's like radicalized me so much to the point where I do believe this is a horrible movie. But I can't appreciate the art, you know? I'm like, I went this the entire time, like I literally said, beautiful choir piece, beautiful music, literally merges perfectly into the scream when she screamed. There was a piece in the music where I thought it was great. I was like, this is a great movie, but it sucks.
But it
Yeah,
sucks. It's a great
I was
movie.
just
But I
looking at it.
also I feel like so many movies have good cinematography. I feel like Hamnet had great cinematography and great performances, like better than this movie. This movie had good performances, but like Hamnet had much better performances, but you never you're like plot over everything.
My
And this movie had no fucking plot. So that's why I'm just like shocked by you thinking this is a good movie versus Hamnet or like any other movie because this movie literally didn't have a fucking plot. Like what? Nothing happened.
my main problem with Hamnet, not to rehash the Hamnet argument all over again, but my
Please.
main problem with Hamnet is that it seemed like the whole movie was set up to just have Hamnet be such a genius that it was all worth it for all the suffering she went through in support of her man, and that her catharsis at the end was saying that it was fine for Hamnet to abandon his family to write plays because art can heal all wounds.
Right. And that's not what I got from that movie at all. But
Okay.
regardless, you didn't like the plot of that movie, right?
No, the plot was fine. It was the way
But
that
you
they
didn't like
constructed it all
right.
together.
You didn't like the construction, the plot, whatever. But you liked like you said before you liked the performances, you liked the way it looked and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So why is it different for this movie? Because
I
the plot fucking sucked. The construction fucking sucked. Everything
I
sucked except for the cinematography and except for the performances. But this movie was good
I
because of those things. Those things trumped everything else. That's
well, okay,
actually
so the difference is in this movie to, you know, counterbalance it against my issues with Hamnet, as it's not so much the plot of Hamnet that I had an issue with. It was what they were I felt like what the message of the movie was at the end is what I didn't like. And the message at the end of this is that the cycle of misogyny is a
hmm.
cycle and
What
it's
was the
reborn
message
over and
really
over again.
though? Was it?
That's what the
Was that the
whole
message?
that's what the whole birth thing towards the end is
Uh-huh.
all about is
The scariest thing a man can imagine was birth.
no, it's saying that it's a cycle and it's passed down from generation to
Right.
generation.
That's really deep. It's really
I'm
deep.
not saying that it's that deep. I'm saying that it's I get your point, and I am adjusting my thought process on how good this movie is by talking to you,
Mhm.
but I'm telling you why I gave it a 4 stars when I rewatched it the other night.
Okay.
So you're making valid points, and I'm taking them into consideration. I'm not defending it on right now. I'm telling you my thought process at the time.
Okay.
So I'm not disagreeing with you or trying to fight you on it. I'm telling you you're asking why I gave it 4 stars at the time, and I'm saying that those are what was the thought process that was going through my head. And now I'm reconsidering those thought processes upon further information I'm receiving from you. So,
Ooh, since we are talking about Hamnet, I just thought it was really funny, and I wrote down something about Jessie Buckley and loving dark, endless pits with weird noises when she was at that with that tunnel. I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
She does love getting out in the nature and being weird.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Holes.
Sheesh.
So, okay, at the end of the day, this movie sucks, and so does Hamnet. So we can agree. Basically, we need to pause this recording. Darian needs to go watch Hamnet and come back so she can be a part of this
Yeah.
conversation.
I can't speak on it.
Well, let's talk about the vicar because that I thought was interesting, and his gaslighting and trying to reverse it all back onto her about how she treated him.
Her husband?
Yeah, no, the priest dude, the vicar.
Oh god, yeah.
Well, yeah, the husband too, and his. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it again, it is very heavy-handed and superficial and obvious. So I agree with you, but I felt at the time that it was pointing out how shitty people are, how shitty men are, but now I think it's stupid. So thank
Also,
you.
another thing on top of this movie that I just don't like is, and I've realized, is that I really don't like gory movies. I actually
Mm.
hate them because I'm not watching it. I can't watch it, so I'm not watching it at all. Like, when it showed him, did it show this in the beginning or did it show this at the end when he fell or jumped or whatever? I don't
It
even
shows
know.
him falling at the beginning, but it doesn't show him all fucked up until the
But,
end
like,
or
that
the
was
middle.
I don't like
Hmm.
any of that. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, shit on a movie for it, but it's just not something I like to watch. So even if this movie was good, I still wouldn't really like it because of that. So that's another reason why I don't like it.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I don't think that's fair. I think you should watch gory movies, but
No, it's horrible.
that's why it's called
Why?
horror. That's why it's a horror because it's
I know, but
horrible,
Horrible.
I like more, like,
silly.
ghosts and stuff like that. Like,
Hmm.
I don't wanna watch someone's hand get fucking split in half for 5 minutes
Yeah.
with a knife. Like, I there's nothing, and I think it's scary if you imagine that and you wanna portray that to people, and then those people want to watch that. I think that's terrifying, and you need to get evaluated because what the fuck was wrong with you? I
Okay,
think it's
Tipper Gore.
some dark shit that needs to be addressed
These
in
video games are
therapy.
making kids violent.
No, it's crazy because, like,
Mm-hmm.
There's
and
satanic
I think it's
messages.
getting worse now because obviously, like, it's just getting more realistic as the years go on. Because I mean, it's always been pretty gory. Not like this. This was crazy. But, like, scary movies in the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever, like, they're still gory, but it doesn't look real, so it's not bad to me. But, like, it's just getting worse as the years goes on. As the years go on, like, this and weapons, it's too much. I can't do it. I don't like it.
But it's so good. They're
It's
getting so
not.
good
It's
at it.
why like, I'm, like, commend the people that are doing it because, like, they're talented, but I don't understand wanting to watch that.
Oh my god. Have you guys watched Ready or Not 2? Horrible. So gory, bro.
I
Really?
did. I saw it in the theater twice.
Insane.
I'm not big on gore either.
Speaking of weapons, I just read a blurb about Steven Spielberg saw
Blurb.
weapons and said he no longer has the desire to make a horror movie because this one did it already. It's done. He
Mm.
can't do it any better than weapons. So
As he's coming out with another scary movie, isn't
Yeah.
he?
it's a sci-fi though. His is a sci-fi. It's a sci-fi. It's not a horror. So
Also, it doesn't look very good. I'm gonna go see it, but, like, it looks kinda dumb.
but what did you think about the scenes? Okay, take the whole plot of it out and just individually analyze these scenes. So the scene with her husband where he was gaslighting her and basically emotionally threatening her when he's like, "I'm gonna kill myself if you divorce me, and it'll be on you, it'll be your fault, and you'll have to live
Jesus.
with that forever." I mean, I feel like that's realistic and good. Like a good scene on its own. I thought that was effective and worked. What
Mhm.
do you think? No?
I feel like that's yeah. I feel
Like
like
I've
I mean,
definitely
I
heard
could
people have that conversation in
yeah.
arguments before.
Yeah.
I've been at friends' houses where the exact same shit has happened in real life.
You're at their house and they're like, "I'm gonna kill myself if you leave me." That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. I have been. I've heard that from another room being yelled. Like, it'll be your fault, almost word for word.
I just feel
Terrifying.
like, yes, this part was realistic. I mean, I've never seen that happen. I know that people like go through that all the time, but I just don't understand how that was connected to the rest of the movie, except other than just like men are bad. Like, what was the
Sure.
connection in that?
Well,
And
the
like, it
connection
also
is,
didn't feel super. I don't know if it was the acting or what. It just didn't. I wasn't immersed. It felt like I was watching a movie.
I guess these scenes just hit for me on the second watch. I thought the acting was good and performances were good, and that it rung emotionally true to me.
Why? Because you threatened to kill yourself one time?
No, I've never said that. Not to my knowledge. Maybe in the heat of an argument, I
Not
don't
to my
remember
knowledge.
doing it, but I remember it happening at parties when I was
At
younger.
parties.
At parties,
When
you know,
you were
like when
young.
everyone's
What kind of
drunk and like
parties?
couples get in an argument. I've heard that shit before. Yes,
That's crazy.
in fact, I knew somebody whose partner, the dude, did it and went out and blew his brains out right in front of her.
In front of her?
Yeah, like went to his
Jesus.
car, got his gun, came out, and just stood in front of her and fucking shot
Jesus
himself in the head.
Christ.
Oh
So
my god. Yeah, no, that does happen.
You know
yeah,
what? Actually, men are bad. 5 stars.
yeah, I
Actually.
know, right? And then we get to the vicar scene where she's talking to the priest dude, and he's like half hitting on her and half trying to gaslight her into thinking that it's her fault that he did it. And she would have, what did you do wrong? They made him do that. Like, I thought that was also came across as
That part,
realistic and
Yeah.
good.
it was, but like, it was like, I don't, it felt so fake to me. Like, it didn't feel like an in-depth conversation. It was just like, it, again, it just felt like I was watching a movie, and it's like, there was no emotion to it. And also, it just felt very one-dimensional, I guess, is the best way I could say it. And it was just like, I feel like every time there was something that was said like that, where it was like a classic thing men says like or say, I was just like, oh my god, like, oh, here we go again. It was just like, it was like he was trying to make points.
Fair, fair.
Mhm.
I guess when you take it as a whole and you're already pissed off at the movie in the first place, that all that shit would seem cheap and cheesy. At the time when I was watching it, I thought it was good and effective. I'm just trying to explain why I gave it 4 stars in my review the other day.
It was
But
kind of like that thing you always say where like you feel like they had an outline of things that they wanted to get into the movie and they had to figure out how they were going to get that into the movie and it didn't play out well. That's what that felt like to me.
fair enough. I'm glad. I'm getting my own medicine turned back on me, and I deserve it. This movie's trash, and I apologize.
And I'm so sorry.
I'm so
Because
sorry.
literally all she was doing was just walking around the proximity of her house and just stumbling upon random men that were weak. And then they like said things to her that were fucked up. That's the only thing that happened in this movie. Like she wasn't doing anything. Like it was just like shot after shot at her. That was just like something typical that men say. That's bad. Like there was no backstory to it or like it was just like, okay.
Well, the backstory was her husband,
But like even that felt one dimensional. It was like, I don't know, it was just, like she didn't feel like a real person to me. Like they didn't give her any depth. It was just like, oh, she
Yeah.
was in a shitty relationship and he fucking was psychotic. And now she like is here. Like it just was like she didn't feel like a person. She just felt like a, I don't know, just like a placeholder for a woman so that these men could be shitty to somebody that's a woman.
well, you've convinced me. I hate this movie now.
Nice.
You've ruined a movie that I liked for 4 days.
So sorry.
No, it's good.
Are you?
You know, fair turnaround's fair play.
It's actually crazy. We've never convinced you of anything before.
Well, see,
Never.
the movie worked on me. Now I take it back. This is a good movie. It worked. Well, I don't know what to do. This movie made me realize that I'm a piece of shit and I'm changing and saying this movie
I'm
sucks,
changing.
which means that it makes this movie good because it made me change into thinking that it sucks.
The movie didn't make you change. We made you change.
But I
Mhm.
wouldn't have agreed with you unless I'd seen this movie, is my point.
We had a common ground of something to shit on.
I would have just fought back against you if I hadn't learned how bad misogyny is from this movie.
Sure. But still, to get its point across, it still needed a woman to explain.
Of
That's
course.
true.
It needed the woman's touch, you know?
So yeah, some other shit happens and some more bad stuff happens to her. The cop doesn't believe her. Some local hooligans tried to break in, then the landlord dude tries to run over with the car, and then that's when we
Oh, also, even when she was talking to the woman cop, even the woman cop was fucking stupid. She was like, "Oh, he shouldn't do anything. Like he won't do any harm. He's just a homeless man. Like he's okay." Like
I
even
think
she was
that's
fucking dumb.
I think that's an indictment of cops,
Yeah.
Right.
not
But like
necessarily
Thought so.
women, because the dude cop was also a dumb shit.
well yeah, but like it's just like men are bad, women are stupid. And it sucks. It all just sucks. What are you gonna do? That's what I got from this movie.
But like that's also something you can freely say when you have an assigned weapon, if they assign weapons in England.
They don't carry weapons.
Well,
Hey, but you know what?
They're
I
just raw
bought
dogging crime.
they have mace and like
hold on.
really
Raw
Let's
rough,
dogging
just fight.
criminals.
Raw dogging criminals.
Yeah.
That's okay.
spicy.
Spicy.
So I guess we'll just talk about the birth scenes.
Okay, thank God. Why the fuck did you make me watch this? Because once
Can we
this
bring
happened, I
back
got
Are You
pissed
Mad
off.
or Glad?
Yeah,
For
we can bring
20
that back.
minutes, I had to watch men shit out other men.
It was
And
so long for what?
so
Yeah.
long, and it's like, okay, this is a perfect example of when I say, like, I hate artsy shit.
Yeah.
This is like artsy, it's a metaphor for men, just keep, bringing this out in other men, and it goes through generations. Fuck off. That was disgusting,
Mm-hmm.
and I hated
Well,
it.
it was supposed to be disgusting.
Yeah, and I hated it.
That
And
guy's
it was supposed to be disgusting, and it was.
Stop it.
So,
Stop doing that.
I don't like that.
I thought this part was good. I
I
didn't
didn't
like
like
it the
it.
first time, but I liked it the time. But now I don't like it anymore. But I did like it a couple days ago.
It made me zone out the same way that The Substance made me zone out at the end. It felt kind of similar. And I was just like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It starts to get to a point where it's like, where are we? I feel like we've lost the plot in a way. Because it's like she was
Yeah.
running from, the guy, and now people are shitting other people out. So how did we get here?
Or like the little kid scene where the hand is being cut in half. Why did it need to be so long?
Why did that
And
why
then
did
why
that need
did
to
he
happen at
show up?
all?
Why did he
Because
show
that's
up
what happened to her
inside with
her
his hand
husband.
cut?
Because his hand got split open when he hit the fence,
Yeah.
when he jumped out of the window,
Okay. But like
his ankle also broke.
and his ankle broke. So that's why all the men
So
had the same injury as her husband got in real life.
okay.
well, whose fault is that?
His
His.
Right.
So why is she having to deal with those consequences of his actions?
Well,
think
I
it's-
think
isn't it
this is
because-
all in her head. I don't think any of this is happening. I think there's a guy breaking in because there is blood at the end. She's got blood on her. So I think it was just that. I think this entire movie, what was really happening in the real world of this movie was that a guy, the original person, the green guy who wasn't a green guy, came back and tried to break in and she killed him. And I think all the other stuff is imaginary allegory.
Okay.
That's deep.
Yeah. Now that if you pointed out it's dumb bullshit and it was done poorly. So I agree. But that's what it was happening, I think. It was COVID, guys. It was a different time.
It was like
Exactly.
that-
They had plenty of time to fucking think about this movie.
Yes.
But they could only have, like 3 people in it because,
He
the
definitely
rules.
made this when he had COVID. Like
This was a
he
fever
was writing
dream.
This was a fever dream.
God, just wait till you guys see Annihilation.
And I feel bad for anyone that had to watch this when they had COVID. My condolences to you.
So should we rate it?
Yeah, fine. It's my movie, so I'm going to go around the horn and ask everybody a certain specific series of questions that we've always asked and will always ask. And if you're ever listening to an old episode and this doesn't happen, you edited it out
That's
on your
not
own end.
us.
It's not us, it's your fault. And what could you have done better to listen better and have heard it? I'm gonna go ahead and start with Darian, because
Oh,
are you mad? Or are you glad that I made you watch this?
I'm mad. I was mad probably like 10 minutes in. I was mad as soon as they were British, actually, because I think I've told you I hate watching
Because you don't like fantasy?
because I don't like fantasy and British people aren't real. I can't understand what they're saying, and I watched this on Rare Breed and there was no subtitles and I was like, "Fuck." Because I'm like, I don't understand what that guy was saying when he was like giving her the house tour. Um, y'all need to speak slower and stop
Actually,
saying
I
weird
think you
things.
had a better experience by not having to hear what anyone had to say.
True, that's
I
true.
unfortunately did understand what they said, and it wasn't fun.
But yeah, I was mad.
Okay, well, how many manginas do you give it?
Backuses, you mean?
Backuses.
The Backuses? Okay.
How many bussies do you give it?
No, that's different. That's its own thing.
I'm gonna
I
give
know.
it 2 Backuses. And I'll
Okay.
give it 2 because I do think the cinematography was really nice. It was a very visually appealing, except for the CGI, but otherwise very visually appealing movie. And even though it wasn't done well, like I think bringing any attention to the fact that men sucks deserves a little bit of credit. So I'll give it 2 Backuses.
Okay. Eli, are you mad? Are you glad that I made you watch this?
I am neutral on this movie
You can't be
because
neutral. You have to be mad or glad.
I'm mad then
Okay.
because this movie was bad. I agree with everything that Jaden said, but I also agree that it was a very beautiful movie and the beauty of it was wasted on a bad plot. Um the music was great. Cinematography was great. Um and that's it. I'm gonna give it 2.5 Becca's because of the cinematography. Um yep.
Okay. Jaden, same question to you. Are you mad? Or are you so happy and glad that you got to experience the joy of men?
I'm so happy that I got to cook you throughout this episode. It was the pleasure of a lifetime.
You're welcome.
And no, but when I watched it, I was livid. Actually, I messaged you immediately.
I know you did.
And don't ever do this again. You really tanked your average with this one.
Fine. How many Backuses do you give it?
I give it 1 pity Backusy for Jessie Buckley.
Not a pity Backusy.
And that's generous because on Letterboxd I actually gave it half a star.
Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting.
Tell us, Sean.
This is a crime. And if you're a man that gave this anything above 2 stars, fuck you. Disrespectfully.
She doesn't mean it.
I mean it wholeheartedly.
Well, I am happy that I picked this movie because, I would have gone my life thinking that this was a pretty good movie. Not great, but pretty good. 3.5 stars that I gave it originally. And I'm glad to have had the opportunity to be corrected and been put in my place as a bad human being and a bad man who picked that movie. So I'm glad I picked it so I
Men
could
bad.
be
bad.
served
Movie pick
justice
bad.
in a rightful and just way. But I'm sorry that you guys had to go through that. And I'll try to do better in the future. And I'm going to knock my 4-star review that I gave it the other day down to 3 Backuses. Because I'm giving it 1 star for cinematography, 1 star for performances, and 1 star for his intent of what he was trying to do. The effort. And I'm taking away 2 stars for the terrible face CGI on the little kid.
Yeah, it's really bad.
And that he should have been a producer and had a female director make it and rewrite it and make it better. So by my calculation, that makes this an extremely important movie.
Yeah. Very.
This is our lowest rated movie of all time, I think. This
This
is
is
the bottom of the
my
barrel.
lowest rated movie that I've ever watched. On
Beautiful.
Letterboxd, this is my lowest rated movie.
Wow.
So that's an accomplishment.
That is an
Honestly, I'm
accomplishment.
applauding you.
So, congratulations to Alex Garland and Alex Garland and Alex Garland and Alex Garland and Alex Garland for making the
Oh,
worst
yeah.
movie that we've ever covered on the show.
Alex, where my hug at, Garland?
Right. So, whose pick is it next week, and where are you picking?
It's mine, and I don't know yet. I will post it in the notes.
We do officially have a Patreon now. It is launched. It's $5 a month, and as long as you do it through a browser and don't do it through the Patreon app on Apple, because it charges more because they suck shit. And I'm bringing that word back for them.
I'll allow it.
We have one bonus up already, and we got one more in the can, and another one's coming. So we'll have bonus eps up, and we have
also
some more
have
fun
a
stuff in store.
Letterboxd account.
Oh, we have a Letterboxd account you subscribe to. It has every movie and our average rating. Jaden was cool enough to go and listen to the end of every one we've done and tabulate our collective scores. So there's several lists in there. So if you want to go back and have a record of all the terrible movies I picked and how much everyone hates them, it's all there for your eyes. And please, it actually does help, I've heard, to rate on Apple Podcast and leave a review. So do that shit, because we'd really love it. And until next week for another A24 movie, go ahead and please out.